Today we are going to discuss is execute text processing commands. So under this we are going to discuss this text processing commands. So first command that I will discuss with you is the tr command, which is actually translate command. This is used to replace or remove specific characters in its input data set, or you can also convert lowercase into uppercase. You can do a lot of things related to your text with this particular tr command. Then second command is the wc command, that is word count. Here by using this particular command you can find out how many number of lines, words and characters are there in a file. Then third command is our Windows popular command, cut command. So here we will use this command using the command line interface. Then along with cut, paste is there. So we can join files horizontally using this. Then next is the spell command, like we use in Windows. So here in Linux also you can use this spell command for checking the spelling mistakes in your file. Then sixth command that we will discuss is the sort command, means you can sort in ascending way or descending way. Then seventh is the grep command. Its full form is global regular expression printer. This is a very popular command, and basically what it does is that it searches a particular pattern or word inside a file. So this command can be made useful in number of ways. So we will see how we can use them. And then last command that I will be teaching you is the more command. So suppose if a very large file is there, and while navigating you may have experienced that it just goes away quickly, isn't it? So say suppose you want to navigate that large file in a simple way, means for a particular period you want to see certain part of the file, and then when you press the space bar another next part should be made visible. So if you want similar like that, then in that case you will be using this more command. So today we are going to discuss this 8 commands. Now I will close this presentation and we will go to our terminal to see how actually this works. Okay, so this is my terminal. So first, like I have told you just now, first we will be discussing the tr command, right? So let us first see the help of this tr command. So if I press man tr, so see here, it basically what it does is that translate or delete characters. Also, there are these different options. So I will be show you how to use this -d, -s. This translate command is basically used to perform some operations on the given text. Also, I will show you how to convert a given text into uppercase or lowercase. So let us go outside of this. Say suppose I am interested that whatever input I give, I want that particular text, input text, to be converted into upper text. So first how will I use this tr? Now say suppose lowercase needs to be converted to uppercase like this. This is what I want. So if I press enter and suppose if I type here operating system. See, observe here, this is all in lowercase. So if I just press enter, now since this is within the tr command, observe here it has converted it into uppercase. Then next, say suppose if I type here 5th semester, press enter, so here it will convert it to uppercase. So in this way it can convert the lower case to uppercase using this tr command. Now if I want to come outside this, I will press Ctrl D. Now say suppose there is one more way to convert this lowercase to uppercase by using this tr command. So here type tr bracket upper Java and press enter. See, it has converted it into uppercase. So this is also one more way to convert a lowercase into uppercase. Now let us take one more example. Say suppose I will write here OSY. So press enter. Here it will give me in caps OSY. So this second way to convert a lowercase to uppercase. Now how to come outside this? Press Ctrl T. I will show you some more usage. Now say suppose I have created one particular file named as employee. See the contents of this. Now here say suppose I have written some names. Now we will work on this particular file using the tr command. So say suppose what I want to do is that whenever the alphabets A to F appears, I want them to be converted to 0 to 5, isn't it? Because what we have just seen regarding translate, that it converts, translates or deletes the characters, isn't it? So say suppose if I give the command, let us observe. Now see here, what is happening is that what was the mistake I was making? I have forgotten this particular symbol. So see here, whenever any letter from A to F is appearing, then it would be replaced by 0 to 5. Means A will be replaced by 0, B will be replaced by 1. So like that, right? Now say suppose I will show you this file again. Let us clear this. Now what is my original file? Let us see it again. Then we will run the command again. Now observe this output. See, A is replaced by 0. Why? Because that is the second set I have given, right? Then suppose B. Okay, B will be replaced by 1. B will be replaced by 1. Now say suppose C is not here. Then D is also not here. D is there, yes. So D is replaced by 3. E is replaced by 4, right? And F, yes, Fatima is there. So F is replaced by 5, isn't it? So what this translate command has done is that in the first set, say suppose if you have given A to F, and in the second set you have given 0 to 5, then these first set characters will be replaced by this second set of characters. So A will be replaced by 0, B will be replaced by 1, till F will be replaced by 5. So in this way, this translate command will translate the characters from one set to another set. So this is one use of this tr command. Now I'll show you some more options associated with this tr command. Now say suppose, again let us clear this. Now observe this file once again. What is seeing here? Now after, see this is Babita actually. But what I have done is that I have put here some space. Then after Sakshi also I have put a lot of space here. And after Baban I have put some space here. Then if you observe the spelling, in Baban I have deliberately written the B twice. Now there is one option in tr command. so which could squeeze the characters. Means what? Say suppose I'll show you one example. TR minus S. Now say suppose in this bubble I want to remove this extra B. So what syntax I will use here? Here I will put minus S B and again that symbol less than symbol employee. Now let us observe the output. So see here, this 2 times B is replaced by a single B. So this is the use of this S option. Now I'll show you one more use of this. Now you observe here, after Sakshi, lot of space is there. So let us try to squeeze this particular space here. So say suppose TR minus S. Now what do I want to remove? Space. Then less than employee. Now let us observe the output here. So observe here, the extra space between Sakshi and Deol is removed. So this is how you can use the minus S option. Now say suppose, let us see one more use of this TR command. Suppose I want to delete a character. So what I can do, TR minus D, and say suppose I want to delete A alphabet in the file employee. So let us check the output. So see here was Ajay Devgan. So wherever A is appearing, that has been deleted, isn't it? So in Fatima, A is not present here. So all A has been deleted by this particular option minus D. So what is the different use of this TR command? Either it translates, means we have seen two ways to change it from lowercase to uppercase, right? Then second, we have also seen how to convert it from one set to another set. And the third, we have also seen how to squeeze the double characters in the given particular file. And fourth use, we have seen how to delete a particular character within the contents of the file. So this is all about the translate command. Now next command that we are going to see is the WC command. So let us say what the man says. So man says that it counts the different, I mean say suppose how many lines are there, how many words are there, and how many bytes are there in each file. So let us say for this example, I have taken one particular file, student1. Now I have taken a very short small file so that we can know whether this WC is working or not. So if you look at this manually also, you can say how many lines are there, how many words are there, how many characters are there. So let us use the WC command. WC then student1. So let us check the output. So see here, it gives output like this 3,380. So first three indicates that there are 3 lines. Then second 3 indicates that there are 3 words. And last 18 means what? 18 characters are there. Now how these 18 are there? See, after every 5 letter there is one enter, so that is also considered, and then 6, 6 and 6, so 18 characters are there. So that enter is not visible here, but it is a character, hence our number of character comes out to be 18. Now say suppose I want that how to use the options with the WC command. So we will see some particular options. Say suppose I will take the same file again. I will use the first option -L and here student1. So see, it has given me the same output as it has given here in the WC command. So -L will tell how many lines are there in this particular file. Now say suppose I want to know how many words are there. So here I will use -W option. So see here it has given me 3 student1 means 3 words are there. Now say suppose I'll use one more option, that is say suppose WC -C. So let us check the output student1. So see here it has given me the same output as it has given me here. So these are the different options associated with this WC. There are more options that you can explore in the man command. So WC command basically is used to find out how many lines, how many words and how many characters are present within a given file. Now after this command, we will see the next command, that is our cut command, isn't it? So for that I have created some file that I want to show you first. So say suppose I have created this student file with the student name, birth year and say suppose their marks are there. Suppose I am interested in cutting only this first and second column from this particular given file. So I will use cut command. Then I will use the option -F 1, 2. 1, 2 means what? These two columns I want it to be cut. And then the name of my file. So let us check the output. So see here, first two columns will be cut and they will be displayed here. Okay, so this is the use of the cut command. Now I'll show you one more use of this cut command. Suppose I have a file called as numbers like this. So say suppose I am interested in cutting the fourth and fifth column within this number. So there is one option in this particular cut command, cut -C 4, 5 numbers. So let us check the output. So see here, fourth and fifth column has been cut using this option called as -C. So I have shown you two usage, cut -F and -C. So this is how the cut command is used. Now after cut command, next we will be seeing the paste command. So for that we will require two files. So I have created two files here. First is say suppose std name and second is say suppose their birth year, student birth year. Now say suppose what is the use of paste command? It joins the files horizontally. So suppose I want to join these two files horizontally. So I will use the paste command. Paste, what is the name of my first file? Std name, then birth year, second particular file name, right? So what will be the output? So observe here, both the contents of these files are joined horizontally using the paste command. Now we will see one more example of this paste command. Now if you go into this man of paste, there is one particular option which is known as -D. So this stands for the delimiter. So I will use some delimiters and I will join the two files using paste command. So for that I have created three files: cat name, number. So this is just 1 to 5. My second file is cat state. So here names of 5 states are there. And last file is my capital of these states. So what I want to do is that I want to join these three files using some delimiter. So what I will do, paste -D. Now say suppose I want to join them using this particular pipe symbol, and then I will put here name of my files, number, state and capital. Now observe its output. So see here, this is the content of first file joined by this pipe symbol, then the name of the state, then this pipe symbol, and then lastly the name of the capital. So all these three files are joined horizontally using the delimiter, this pipe symbol. Now I will show you one more way to use this. Suppose I am interested in putting here two delimiters, right? Means here I want this pipe symbol and here say suppose I want comma. So how to do that? So once again, just make little change here. Here I will put comma. Now let us observe the output here. So see here, first delimiter is pipe symbol and second is comma. So after Arunachal Pradesh, comma is there. So like this, means after every state, when the capital is to be joined, comma is used. So this is the use of the paste command. This was all about the paste command. Now let us clear this. Now next we will discuss spell command. Now here I have already installed the spell command. By default this spell command is not installed. So if you want to install it on your system, you have to type here sudo apt-get install spell. I have already downloaded it here and hence my spell command is already working here. But for your system it may not be there. So first you have to install this by using this particular command. Now I will directly show you how to use this spell command. See what this particular command is going to do. Find out if there are any mistakes. So what I have done is that I have created a very small file. I will show you. Say suppose words.txt. And I have deliberately written here wrong spelling of table and wrong spelling of donkey. Because I just want to see whether this particular spell command works or not. So let us see. So how to use this spell command, spell. Then here you have to use the option O, okay, for outputting the file, and N for the number of line on which mistake is there. And here space words.txt. So according to our visual data, both these lines should be displayed, isn't it? So let us see whether this particular command shows us the error or not. So press enter. So see here, it is telling me that at first line spelling mistake is there, and at second line also spelling mistake is there. So this spell command, if you use the option O and N, it will tell on which particular line and on which file the spelling mistakes are there. So this is the use of the spell command. After this spell command, next we are going to discuss sort command. So first let us see some files regarding this. So for showing you the sort command, I have created one file called as student1. So here if you just visually see it, if you do the manual sorting, Harsh is first, then after Harsh, Sujay is there, and third is Smith. So if you sort it in ascending way, so after Harsh, Smith should come, isn't it? And on third place, Sujay should have come. So let us sort this particular file. So say suppose if I write here sort student1. So check out the output. So see here, after sorting it, it has appropriately placed Smith in the second place. Now this was ascending way to sort the given file. Suppose if I want to reverse it. So there is one option in sort called as sort minus R, and give here the name of the file student1. So observe the output here. So this has just been reversed. First is now Sujay, second is Smith, and third is Harsh. So in this way, sort command is used to sort it ascending and descending way. So this was the sixth command. After this, next we are going to see grep command. So let us see the manual of grep. So see here first is options, this is optional. Then observe here, it is going to find a pattern within a particular file. So let us try to search this. Now for this again I have created one file called as OS. For simplicity, I have just put here Unix, Linux and Ubuntu. This is just a small file. Now by using the grep command, say suppose I am interested in finding on which particular line Unix keyword is present or not. So how I can do that? Grep. Then I will be using minus n option. Why minus n? So that it will tell me on which line I will find the Unix. This is my pattern. This is what I want to search. And in which file I want to search? In OS. So what I have done, I am asking the system to give me the line number on which this Unix keyword is present. So press enter. So see, it has told me that on line number 1 that Unix keyword is present. So see here, if you just manually also observe, you can find this particular thing. Now this was just a simple small file where this grep command can be used. Now say suppose, let us go to the manual of grep command. Now suppose if you just go through this particular file, you can see that it is a very large file, isn't it? Now suppose if you want to search something in this particular file, so manually it will be very difficult, isn't it? So here in this example, you can use the grep command. So say suppose what I will do is that, say suppose we have already seen the man command, isn't it? So what I will do is that just take the man grep and then you hear the pipe symbol, and here say suppose I am going to search, suppose text, some text was there, isn't it? So let us see whether it searches it or not. So see, this is also one more way you can use the grep command. So what it has done is that not only it could search in a particular file, it can also search in a particular command. It's just that we have to combine the two commands using the pipe symbol. So on whichever line this particular text was present, it has given me all the line numbers. See, on each and every line, it is highlighted. So this is how much the grep command is powerful. So this is all about the grep command. Now the last command that I am going to show is the more command. Now if you remember in the first practical when we have used the script command, right? So I have created one file called as myfile.txt. You know that this is a very large file, isn't it? See how quickly it just went by and I couldn't see the content of it, isn't it? So in such case where the content is very much in that particular file, now how to navigate this file? So I will type here more myfile.txt. So more command is useful to navigate a very large file. Now let us observe what will be the output on this particular screen. So press enter here. So see here, currently it is only showing me 4% of the file. So if I go on pressing space bar, see slowly one by one lines will appear on my particular screen where I can easily read my large file. It is up to my, means one by one I will read all this line. So at the bottom you observe here more, here as I move my space bar this percentage will go on increasing. So this is how you can use the more command for ease of navigation. So this is very helpful when you want to navigate a very large file. So this is how we can use this 8 commands for doing different operations.